So today with us on Stool Talk, we have with us a special guest. Here on Stool Talk, we walk in our purpose on purpose, and this guest today is definitely doing that. One who's been around for a long time, love basketball, love the inner city kids, love pouring into the youth. He's all about the empowerment of, making things better and, being able to provide the opportunity that a lot of kids in the youth ain't have. His thinking is way beyond his time. The things that he's thought of and the things that he's producing, the things that he's creating is just, allowing people to be able to have fun, exercise, and even enjoy their life and live out some of their dreams. Here with us today, we have with us the one, the only John Boy. How you doing today?
Good, man. I appreciate you having me. Appreciate you
Yeah,
having
yeah,
me.
yeah, man. And it's so crazy. Me just keep thinking about this and seeing it. I love what you're doing. You always had leagues. You always cared about the leagues, no matter the size of the teams, the size of the league. You always carried it and operated A1. Everything was decently in order from the uniforms to, people acting right, making sure, hey, we're gonna come here, we're gonna have teamwork, your values, and just to see how it's just elevating and what you're bringing, like you're touching lives. Like I done interviewed a couple of your people that you got in the league, and they just saying how this just gave them another fresh breath of energy and they can relive it. And even the people that go to the game just speak highly of it. The people on the news, because like you're elevating and now it's on TV, is getting replays. They doing announcing it. It's on the sports center on the 11 news and stuff like that. Like when did you start to think this big of you wanted to make a certain impact in your league and what you wanted to do?
Well, like you said, I've been doing this for a long time. Not necessarily, start thinking big, like just right now. I mean, this has always been like I said, like you said, something I've done, for over 16, 17 years running basketball leagues. But, um, I just decided, like I said, there's a lack of places in Toledo to play basketball, like indoor facilities. Obviously they're doing a lot of stuff to the outside parks, trying to get people back outdoors now to play basketball again. Add fiberglass basketball rims outside, I mean backboards outside. They redoing the basketball courts outside. So again, like I said, trying to get people back outside playing basketball again. But my job is to try to just make make a just provide a platform for everybody to play, man. Whether it's youth, adult men, or young men, now women. Again, like I said, I've had leagues for a long time, and women have often come up to me and just said like, how come you don't have anything for us to do? And I said, well, I tried to have women's leagues before, but I mean, we have like one or two, three, four, or five people sign up for it, so it never worked. But so they was like, well, just try it again. So actually, I did that this time around, and it's been wonderful, man. It's I mean, like literally standing room only at these women's
Yeah.
games. You're talking about rec basketball. You're not talking about college game or high school game, but you're also talking about a lot of these females that played basketball at their high schools at a very high level, man. They competed, they went off to college. Some of them went overseas and played basketball. Some of them were just great high school basketball players. So a lot of the community and some of the people that followed them throughout high school, now they're coming out to the gym in Rochford to watch them play basketball. So it's pretty exciting just to see the same crowd that followed them through high school and maybe also through college now coming out to Rochford Rec Center to watch them play, man. So I'm really excited about it. Actually, me, I've been running men's leagues, as you know, you played in. So I've been running men's league for almost, like I said, 17, 18 years. So the men's game, I mean, the men's league, they sometimes they laugh about it. They say, man, we got like 20, 25 fans at our games. And they looking at Facebook and they seeing like standing room only. I got to add cheers on the floor. So they like, we got to do something, man. We got to start paying people to come to our games. We got to do something. So it's kind of funny, man. I'm just happy that it was able to go full circle and work out for these ladies. And,
Yeah.
like my men's league, they go all year round. These ladies, they want to go all year round as well.
Yeah. So you really didn't do no different approach. It was just you just did it again and gave them another opportunity and more people signed up and then you was able to create it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, like the young lady said, she wants you to try it again. So like I said, that's what I did. I put it back out there again on my so we have a Facebook page, Top Notch Sports Inc. We got a Facebook page. So I put it back on the page and like she said, I mean everybody just started hitting it and next thing you know it's 5 girls and 10 girls and then 15 and then so forth. And then once we had enough women that were interested in it, I decided to have a draft. So I don't know if you knew about that. So I had a draft. Reason why I had a draft is because it's a lot of women that Well, it's a lot of women that may not be in shape, and then it's a lot of women that are in shape. So I wanted to make a blend,
Yeah.
with maybe some of the women that were in shape, and then some of the women that were not in shape. That way, it wasn't any stacked teams. But somehow it ended up being one team that got lucky.
I know.
You know, but I mean, like I said, we had a draft, so there was nothing
Yeah.
I can do about that. It was a blind draft. Every team was allowed. We had four captains. Every captain we had were all great athletes.
Yeah.
In high school, in their own rights. Sasha Daly.
Yeah.
Uh, we had Sierra Brown. We had Deli. She don't want me to say her real name, so I'm going to say Deli. We had Sandy Brown. So we had four great captains, and we also we allowed one free pick. So every team had one free pick of their choice. So after the one free pick, then we went to the box, and everybody drew out names like one at a time. So again, like I said, one team just got lucky. I told Sasha Daly, I said, well, if you could have left here after the draft and went and played the lottery, you probably would have won.
Right.
She was able to get like, three players that played with her in high school. So,
Yeah.
and again, like I said, it just ended up working out that way for her. I did it purposely, like I said, in front of everybody in the room. We had over maybe 30, 35 women in the room, while we drew names and whatnot. So everybody knew it was a fair draft. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a luck of the draw. She got lucky. But I mean, like I said, it's four teams. I did that purposely because well, I got four teams. It's like 10. I wanted to put 9 to 10 players on each team because, again, like I said, some of these women wasn't in shape yet. So I wanted to make sure we had enough players every week to week, without having like forfeits or whatnot. So I tried to purposely put 9 to 10 players on each team, which is somehow ended up working out to the better because over the last few weeks, a few women have gotten hurt playing somewhere else playing basketball, or either just maybe they can't make it because of their schedule, their jobs on the weekend. So that number that I chose to have per roster ended up actually working out for me, and that's why we only have 4 teams. But again, like I said, some of these girls are in great shape still, and some of them are just working their way back in shape again. That's what's another. This is another reason why they all said that we want to continue to do this. This is our way. Some of them don't. They don't do anything other than they
Yeah.
might go to the gym and work out, but this is another form of exercise, and it's something they all love to do. They've all loved to do since they've been younger. So just to introduce it again and let them, have an opportunity to play and play against some of the players that they played against in high school, either some of the older players that they watched play in high school, or college. So like I said, they're really enjoying it, and they're buying into it, man. They just want to do it all year round. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, you've been like we said, you've been running the basketball league for years. You always poured into the youth. How important is it for you to give back to the community with this basketball league and all the other stuff that you do that goes unspoken of?
It's extremely important, man. Again, like I said, is a lack of places for not only adult basketball but youth basketball. I mean, of course, they have AAU basketball, in the summer and the spring and whatnot. But all kids can't pay to travel to play AAU basketball. I mean, everybody's parent doesn't have, $500-600 a weekend. They gotta go pay admission to get in these games, 10-15 bucks every time they walk in the door at a different gym. So, I wanted to make sure that some of the kids that maybe they might not be as good as some of these kids traveling the AU circuit, so they get an opportunity to still play basketball in the spring and summer, and get opportunity to pick up on some fundamental skills, and officiating what I've learned, like just basically just watching high school basketball, and then even when I did lower level colleges, I mean I see a lot of kids that still not really developed, and they've been thrown into games, not even knowing how to, the basic fundamentals, which is, dribbling, passing, basic layup, stuff like that. I mean, I've been noticing, like I said, that's why, I thought it was important to run the youth. I run youth camps, like, so I started off this spring running, like, I ran a couple of, like, youth leagues, but then, like I said, I had 40, 50 kids and maybe 25 kids didn't even know how to dribble basketball, so that was the last league I ran, which was in April. And I just turned them all into sports camps where, we had some people that would come out and help out. Some college kids came out to help out, with some different drills and whatnot. And like some of these kids are like they're really learning things that they should learn like before they get thrown into a full court basketball game, or getting them ready for actually like I got second grade through sixth grade. So these kids they're getting ready to actually play basketball maybe in junior high school. But again, like I said, you probably know as well as everybody out there that some of these kids, man, they're not getting developed correctly. They just getting thrown out into a basketball game, and to a certain extent, to some of these coaches, man, it's a lot of great coaches out here. Got a lot of local great coaches, but some of these coaches, man, it's all about the money in the
Yeah.
summertime, and just load these kids up in a minivan, going weekend and weekend out, man, just going to different places, and it's 11, 12 kids on some of these teams, man. You can only play 5 kids at a time, so
Yeah.
you got 4 or 5 kids sitting on the bench that they might not ever get in the game unless it's a blowout, but their parents are still paying, $500-600 for their kids to play. So again, I wanted to make sure that, I started a youth program so that these kids would get an opportunity to play and not have to pay as much money. I mean, I have youth camps. I run them. Last one I'll be running this week. Start this week. It goes all the way through August. It's $60. And $60, you get to play basketball all the way from 3 o'clock to 6. I give them a snack. They get to eat a lunch. They get a jersey and they get a T-shirt. And
Wow.
they get, like I said, they get some some expertise from like either some ex-college players, or I try to have like firemen or policemen, someone of a professional field come out and kind of speak to them and let them know that basketball might not be their only avenue out. They might choose to be a lawyer, or a doctor, or a policeman, or a fireman. So I try to have like a motivational speaker come out, and try to talk to them, when I can. So like I said, that's why it was important for me to just, try to go ahead and tackle that youth side of it, as well as the adult program.
Yeah. What are some challenges that you faced in organizing and just consistently maintaining the leagues?
Well, I mean, my program is a nonprofit, so everything I do, and, it comes from straight, donations or straight out of my pocket. I got a great friend that, well, first of all, it takes a village to run a program like this because it is a nonprofit. So by being a nonprofit, obviously, you can't really pay everybody what you would like to pay them. So,
Yeah.
you got to have people to buy into what you're trying to sell. Where, I got a, guy to keep stats for me all the time, Manuel Black, older gentleman. I've been knowing him for quite a while. I used to watch him play basketball when I was younger at the Douglas Center and different parks and whatnot. So he's been real big for me, keeping score, stats, and become part of my staff. Um, and I got a good friend of mine, Mike Pappas. He's a doctor. He's also an official, and he's come on the board. So I have a board: Tony Kaiser, Mike Pappas, Emmanuel Black. All these people are on the board, and they just kind of collectively help me organize things, man, where I'm not just pulling my hair out trying to figure out, day to day, what I didn't forget or what I did forget to do. So these guys they're very key and important to what I do and for this program to be successful. And also, I mean, like, my fiance, she has to deal with this, so by her having to deal with this basketball year in and year out. Again, like I said, I also officiate, so I mean, I'm literally around basketball, 365 days a year, now with these programs I got running. But again, like I said, just we got sponsors that we've gotten over the years. We have we got Yark is now sponsoring us. We got Anderson Windows. We have Tom Donovan. He has an insurance company, State Farm. They sponsor us. Again, Mike Pappas, Dr. Pappas, they sponsor us as well. But again, it's tough trying to get sponsors to, you gotta have a great selling point, man, to get people to
Yeah.
buy into, I mean, sports. Everybody loves sports, but when it comes to someone paying, to help out, the people that can't really afford to play sports, it's a whole nother tune, But we've been blessed so far, man. Just having people, with the sponsors, and like I said again, Dr. Mike Pappas come aboard, and he's always walking the beat, man, trying to find different sponsors, man, to help us out collectively so we can keep this train rolling, man.
Yeah. And is the community able to help give you donations, or is they to chip in if they wanted to? Would they be able to do that?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, we got a Facebook page established. I mean, all you got to do is go to that Facebook page. You can click the link. You can leave any information you want to leave. If you want to leave a donation, there's Cash App information down there. There's also a link that goes directly to another form of payment that you can use as well. So yeah, there's different methods of payment if you choose to donate. But I mean, like I said, I'm not the type of person that I don't ask for donations. You know what I mean? If there's a person that wants to come aboard and say, yeah, I mean, I love what you're doing. I mean, I know you guys are nonprofit. You know, I love to help out any way I can, which we do have people that do that. But again, like I said, I don't solicit, people to go, come out and help us and whatnot. Because I mean, what I'm doing it because I love it. So if you're going to donate, I mean, I would like you to donate something that you think is the right thing to do.
Yeah, this $1 million question. I always used to wonder how, but now you even got much more on your plate. How do JB balance all this? I mean, you still run the league. You got to take care of yourself. You pour into people. You do so much that people don't even know because you don't talk about it. You just do it because it's on your heart. With your relationship, like how do you balance all this and make sure that you stay good and grounded and that you're charged up to continue to be able to do some of the most amazing and wonderful things that you do.
I mean, it's tough. Like I said, you need a supporting cast for sure. And again, like I said, these wonderful human beings I have, around my program, day in and day out, we're steadily thinking about the next thing to do. We got a V Foundation. We linked up with the V Foundation. We got a high school game with 10 teams in November 2nd out of Evergreen High School. So, I mean, like I said, we're trying to get back into the community. And like I said, just kind of, it's not just really focus on adult sports, man, because it starts with kids, So it
Yeah.
starts with kids. So, like I said, I mean, to answer your question, man, you just got to have a great supporting cast. Like I said, it starts, at home with me, with Beyonce, willing to accept everything that I'm doing, and actually be able to. I mean, she helps out, man. She runs a concession stand. She helps out with the finances, ordering the t-shirts, the merchandise, things of that nature. So, and then, like I said, it's the guys that I have working for me, and some volunteers that I have working for me as well. So, you definitely gotta have a supporting cast. I also work at 9 to 5, so getting off work at 3:30 every day. You work for the city at one point. So getting off work at, when I retire, which should be in the next 2 years, hopefully, God willing, I
Yeah.
have more time to focus on, growing this program, and it's going in the right direction right now where we actually, we in process of trying to find, a building right now. We looked at some land maybe once or twice. Just again, like I said, I'm just gonna let people be surprised. I'm not gonna give up too much right now, but Top Notch Sports Inc. Man, we're trying to be around for a while, and we're trying to like I said, we're trying to make sure we got some positive energy going around Toledo because there's a lot of negative,
Yeah.
where people always have excuses about there's lack of programs, there's lack of things to do for the kids. This is why they get in trouble. The technology is a big part of it too, man. You got to take that, PlayStation, that cell phone, that computer, take that out of these kids' hands, man, and make them go outside and get some exercise in every now and again. But again, parents, I'm not telling you what to do. That's not my job. I'm just saying, that's a big problem in society today. Basically, like I said, just taking that technology, man, and making these kids, go outside and think about, dribbling the ball, running up and down the street, any type of exercise. The guy I keep talking about, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. So big to this program, which is Dr. Mike Pappas. So he, again, like I said, I'm trying to cover all angles when it comes to sports because, like I said, everybody don't really buy into sports when it comes to giving, like by us being a nonprofit. So again, we try to approach it from all angles, like this B Foundation gang. Obviously, it's still it's just it's money for cancer research. So we want to let people know that we're not just all about dribbling balls or throwing footballs or sports in general, man. It's another side of what this program does, and and again, like I said, I mean, whether it be mental health or just trying to get back out here and get some exercise. Mike Pappas, he offers free screenings, health screenings, free physicals for kids that's playing sports in high school. Again, like I said, we try to attack it, from both sides, where people just don't think we're coming at them from, just the sports, just pushing sports on them. So we want to let everybody know that we're about more than sports, and the health side of it, man, is very important, man. Those health screenings, whether it's mammograms for women, breast exams, prostate exams for men. Again, like I said, physicals for kids. We're trying to attack all that, man, and just trying to make a difference in more than one area.
Yeah, and it looks like the future is bright because, like you said, you're expanding it to be just more than just basketball, but health and wellness, and even allowing people to be able to help to pour out. Because some people want to do certain stuff for the youth, but they don't have different opportunities. But here,
Right.
you guys got multiple things that they could help and be involved with. Um, with you being a ref, how do you see the state of basketball for men's and for women's with the game itself with the kids that's coming up? What do you feel like they need to work on more to take their game to the next level?
Again, fundamentals, man. And I'm gonna keep on stressing that because I mean it's funny now. Everybody's this women's basketball, this bandwagon everybody's gotten on. As of late, always been on it, man. I mean, I think women basketball. I just think they play harder. The men. I mean, yeah, I just think they do. All the things that we always want, our guys to do, men or young guys to do, dive on the floor for loose balls. Mix it up, man. Get in there, scrap for loose balls. Just the basic fundamentals, man. I see so many women's basketball games, man. And, they're doing all that stuff still, man. They're not running to the 3-point line and shoot shots unless you're Caitlin Clark. But I mean, they're still doing all the fundamentals, and I just think that's lacking, with the guys, man. And officiating, like I said, when you're officiating basketball games, man, when you see guys dribbling the ball, there's no constant flow. There's no, 5 passes in the shot, pick and roll, backdoor cuts, and things of that nature, man. All that stuff is like it's just it doesn't happen anymore in the basketball games, in the men's games. Everything is kind of like one shot, cross out court, one shot, or run for the 3-point line, or they want to get that, the highlight reel, get that fast break dunk by cherry picking.
Yeah.
Like I said, the fundamentals are just they're lacking to me. When it comes to the young men playing basketball nowadays. And I'm not saying all of them. There are some great basketball players that still do believe in, not cheating the system, going to the lab and putting the work in, and still getting, working on their craft, developing the proper fundamentals that they should have going forward. But it's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of kids nowadays, man. They don't practice on, just going to the basket, making the basic layup, or left hand, right hand layup. And I see so many kids that can't use the left hand, don't can use the right hand, or can't use the right hand and don't can use the left hand. So things like that, when we were kids, man, our coaches stressed, man, being able to use your left hand and your right hand, being able to, just either shoot a jump shot with your left hand or right hand. Nowadays, like I said, everything is kind of just one dimension, man. I think it's kind of hurting the game, but again, like I said, the women's games involved, so much, man. It's so exciting. I mean, like last year, I mean, this draft that just passed, man. I can't even tell you 6 guys that was in that NBA draft, man. But when the WNBA draft came about, I mean, I knew maybe 20 girls in that draft, and
Yeah.
that shows you how how far along the women's basketball game's come. It's just they do it the right way. And I'm always rooting for the guys, man, to go ahead and just work on their craft, man, and get this figured out, man, and do it the right way. But right now, I think if you look at the viewership, man, it's a lot of people, man, that's tuning into these women's games, whether it's college or high college or WNBA games right now. They're watching them right now, man. So again, like I said, man, I just think the fundamentals, man, they need to still get back to the basics, man.
Yeah, last couple questions we get you out of here. How does it feel to see the impact that you had on so many players from youth to former athletes and even young men, even men like myself? Like you had a major impact on me, even growing up being a young man working. You were asked about how you doing, was you doing this? You making sure, I'm taking care of business, that aspect, but even in sports and even what you do with the youth by, making sure they good and just for them telling you like what you have done to them, their lives and impact, even family members that you had that went on and played at a high level and played professional, the impact that you have, how does that feel when you see the impact that you've made on people and you continue to do it?
I mean, it's definitely an awesome feeling. You know what I mean? Anybody that, anybody life you can touch, man, in a positive way is always a great thing, man. Like I said before, and as well, I mean, I don't do it for the glory. I don't do it for, that a boy. I mean, I do it because I mean, this is just something I got when I was younger. I always had a big homie, on the playground. That
Yeah.
was always in my ear, man, trying to direct me to do the right thing and stay out of trouble. As well as my mom, man. I had a single parent in the household, man. My mom was, just always pushing, man, books on us, and always pushing, man, just stay out of the streets, do the right thing. So I try to do the same thing that she instilled in me, to younger people, man, whether it's a female or male, just try to, just instill like just stay disciplined, stay disciplined, man. Just, stay out of trouble, man, stay out of harm's way, and if I can get, like I said, you can't reach everybody. If I talk to 10 people in the course of a year, man, and 5 people went off and they went to college, they got great jobs, man, they stayed out of trouble, man. I go with those. I go with those eyes any day, man. I go with those eyes, man, because like I said, you can't save everybody, but the ones you can save, man, those are the ones that they come back into your life, after they graduated from college or high school, went overseas, came back from playing overseas, and called you up as soon as they came home. How you doing, JB? How you doing? I'm in town. I just want to come by and check on you, see how you doing. Man, you love that type of stuff, man. Because like I said, some of these kids, man, and I tell you, I've been around some kids, man, that were at their lowest low, and some of these kids, man, have turned it around full circle, man. Now they're either business people in the business world, or just got great jobs. They became, professional people, whether it's a parent with kids, man, and they're married now, or they could be in relationships, still taking care of their family. But that's always important to me, man. Where kids come back, and when you try to give them a little bit of advice, and they come back and tell you, man, I sure appreciate you, JB, telling me this back in the day. If you wouldn't have told me this, I ain't no telling where I would have been. Again, like I said, I don't do it, for that person to say, man, I don't do it for it's not an accolade. I mean, I do it because, like I said, I want to see that person, achieve greatness in life, man, going forward. So it's awesome. And even yourself, man, you moved out of town on me and everything, but when you were here, I mean, like you're real good friends with my niece Shalonda, man. And I always ask Shalonda about you from time to time. I always, and we talk. Man, you have some heart-to-heart talks about some things,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
I mean, to see, where you are right now, I mean, not saying that when you were here you were doing bad, you were doing great then. But like I said, full circle to see you doing what you're doing, on this platform right here, as well as being a family man, taking care of your responsibilities as a man, and a father. That's great to see as well, man. So I'm proud of you as well.
Yeah. What do you want your legacy to be in the basketball community and just your legacy period?
Oh, that's a tough question, man. Because again, like I said, I don't do it for to have a legacy when when it's all said and done. When I'm done running programs, when I'm done officiating, I just do it because I just love working with people, man. I love working with kids. I love working with adults that want to be worked with. Um, you know, uh, so I mean, to be honest with you, man, my legacy to me, man, when I walk away from all this, somebody just, walked up to, another individual and said, man, when John Boy ran programs, man, he did it the right way. He didn't cheat the system. He didn't try to, it wasn't about money. It was about, him trying to help, everybody he put his hand on. That's what I want my legacy to be, about, me helping people, and doing it the right way, and not trying to, do it for, the glory, and try to do it for people to say, well, he's doing it because I mean he's making a ton of money doing these basketball leagues, which everybody that ain't true. But he's doing it for these reasons alone. I just want people to know that that legacy that he left behind. You know, I would like for somebody else to, some other younger person. I got guys all the time like, hey, JB, when you walk away from all this, man, I like to step in and pick up where you left off at, man. So guys like that, I love to groom them, man. To, run programs, man. Again, like I said, the building we're gonna get is coming. So like I said, I love to groom them to, to run a business, to run top notch one day, or just to be up under me, man, until they're groomed correctly, so they can, continue to do what I'm doing right now. That's what my legacy means to me, to give back.
Yeah. Last question, whatever, well, not really a question, last thing, whatever comes to your heart, can you speak something positive to the youth?
Man, I mean, like I said, it's tough out here, man. I mean, I see about a week ago, man. I live down the street here from this Kroger's right here on Pennsylvania. Young kid got killed down. He didn't get killed at Kroger's. He got killed over in this neighborhood, I believe. But I saw him like every time I went in Kroger's. You know, like every time. And I don't go in that Kroger's a lot. Maybe once or twice I went in there. Maybe I saw him, but good kid, man. Always smiling. Always got a smile on his face, man. So I hate to see stuff like that. I heard he was a great kid, a great student, but sometimes, man, you just in the wrong place. I mean, at the wrong place, wrong place at the right. I mean, right place at the either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place at the right time, or vice versa, man. So he was somewhere just trying to be a kid, man. He was somewhere trying to be a kid, and something just happened. So my advice to youth, man, and young kids, man, is just try to. I mean, there's no such thing, man. Bad luck is bad luck, man. So there's no such thing as you could be walking down the street, walking out the house, walking out the store, something happened to you. But I would say, like I said, just try to, be around all positive energy. Try to get with a big homie or somebody, that if you need advice from somebody, whether it be about, just life lessons, period, basketball, sports, grades, things that you want to do when you get older, whatever it may be. Just get with somebody, man. If you can't talk to a family member, just get with a older person that you trust, that can give you the positive information and the right information, that you would want to hear, and just stay positive, man, and try to stay in a safe place, man, the best you can. But like I said, there's really no such thing as a safe place. I mean, something happened to you at home, but I would just say, just try your best, man, to stay in the books, man. Again, if you're in sports, without books, man, there's only so many LeBron James out there, man.
Yeah.
So I stress books all the time, man. Hit the books, man. Because again, like everybody's not LeBron James. So basketball don't work for you, or football, whatever sport you choose to love. Then, like I said, you always have something to fall back on when you go to college and get that degree, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, we thank you. We're spotlighting you for what you do, your heart, your love for the community, your love for the kids, your love for people in general. May God continue to bless you. May He bless Top Notch. May He give you favor in every avenue that you need it in. May He continue to elevate you till you can continue to be strong and be strengthened, and for you can have the capacity to continue to pour into and be that great man that you are.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, John Boyd.
Appreciate it.
Yay!